Good afternoon, Year 4, and welcome to your topic lesson, which today is RE. Today we're learning to understand why people differ and what is right and wrong. So this links back to our previous lesson where we looked at people who influence us. So remember we talked about people who have an impact on our lives, people who affect the things that we say and do. It could be our parents, it could be our family, it could be our friends. So we're looking at that kind of thing today, but a bit more detail. Just want to quickly look at the vocabulary that says differ. If you differ, that means you have a different opinion to somebody. So what someone thinks is right, someone else might think is wrong. And what you might think is wrong, someone else might think is completely right. So we're going to link this today to the Romans as our topic. So how was the Roman Empire won? Well, let's think about it. How did they get from here in Rome all the way throughout the empire over here? Well, they didn't just go in and ask the countries they could take over. Of course, they went in and they defeated the enemy. So that means that they went in, they attacked the soldiers, the armies, the people of those countries, and they killed them. And that's how they took over, by defeating and killing them. Once they had taken over those countries, they stole the resources, so the money, the trees, the minerals, whatever it was that they needed, they stole them in order to make sure that Rome was a very rich and powerful empire. Of course, as well as stealing resources, they stole the people, so they would make slaves out of people, so they might sell people as slaves to other countries. They'd bring them back to Rome to work as slaves. The big powerful people they might bring back as slaves to work as gladiators, so they could fight each other constantly. So as well as resources, they stole the people. But when they were in these countries, they also built an infrastructure, which means they built things like roads, they built bathhouses, things like that. They built all these things that maybe weren't in these countries. And they tried to spread the Roman culture, which they saw as superior to the other countries. But they spread that by attacking and killing everyone and just taking over. So they took their gods as well. So if you didn't believe in the Roman gods, these Romans turned up. They killed you, they killed all the people, they destroyed everything to do with your gods, and they brought in their gods into the country. So it wasn't a particularly nice way of doing it. It was a very violent, a very aggressive. Lots of people died, lots of people were sold into slavery in order to build this empire for the Romans. But of course, it wasn't all the Romans' way. They were also attacked. Eventually, of course, the Roman Empire was destroyed by people attacking and killing them. But the whole time, as well as they were building their empire, they were constantly being attacked by other people wanting to build their empires as well. Remember, this is a time where everybody was trying to build the biggest empire. We didn't have the same laws then as we do now, stopping you killing each other. People just went around killing each other, trying to build as big as empire as possible. So while the Romans were trying to build theirs and they were killing everyone, they were also being attacked and killed themselves. So that was how the Roman Empire was won. So the first question I want you to think about today: the Romans believed it was acceptable to invade and defeat other cultures. I want to quickly look at some vocabulary there. Acceptable means it was okay and right. Invade means to go into another country and kill the people there and take over by force. Defeat, of course, means to win. And cultures means that the kind of collective experiences you have as a group of people. So the Romans believed it was acceptable to invade and defeat other cultures. The question I want you to think about is, do you think they were right to believe this? Okay, this is not just a simple yes or no answer. I want you to explain why you think yes, they were right to think this, or no, they were wrong to think this. You could also think of it maybe as a yes because of this, but no because of this. So you can give a yes or a no answer. What I'd like you to do, on the plan you've been given attached to this assignment, you'll find the first section has this very question. I want you to fill in a full sentence or sentences if you've got more than one idea as to go whether you think they were right or wrong. And remember, I said, I don't want a quick, no, I think they were wrong. I would like you to think about this carefully, talk to an adult about it, form your idea, and create an interesting sentence that explains whether you think they were right or whether they were wrong, or maybe whether they were right and wrong. Okay, so pause the video now and fill in that part of your assignment. Okay, so now that you've done that bit, I want to move on to the next thing. Do you ever think it is acceptable to steal, lie, force someone against their will, kill. Okay, so just quickly there, force someone against their will means to make someone do something they don't want to do. So, again, this is your opinion. This is what we want you to think about. It's something that you need to talk to someone about if you can. So if you've got your mum, your dad, your brother or sister, granny, grandpa, bunny rabbit, guinea pig, whatever you've got next to you, have a talk to them about it. It's doing not just, again, I don't want a simple no, yes, no, yes. I'd like you to think about whether it is acceptable or not. Do you think it's ever acceptable for someone to steal? Is it right to steal? Is it wrong to steal? Is there a yes or no answer to that? Or is there sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's acceptable, and sometimes it's wrong and it is not acceptable? So you've got 4 things I would like you to have a think about, and all 4 of these are on your plan. Take your time with these, have a think about it with somebody, and write down your answers. It could be that each one is a good couple of sentences long while you have a think about it. This is not just a quick, simple thing. I want you to really think about whether it's ever acceptable to do these things. And then I'd like you to give a reason why you think that. So I don't just want, I don't think it's acceptable to steal, full stop. Why do you think it's not acceptable to steal? What is it about your life, your culture, maybe your religion that means that you're not allowed to do these things? Or you think in some ways it is okay or acceptable to do these things at time. So I'm interested to see how you get on with this. It's quite a philosophical debate. And I'm interested to see how you get on with this.